your girl, Celine. Yes, welcome to Seriously Social with Celine. This podcast is here to help listeners remain intentionally enlightened on societal issues from the viewpoint of grace. Y'all, it is Tuesday. I'm so hyped. Super excited that we are here together. First, I just want to say thank you to each and every individual listening via podcast. We appreciate you so much. If you are listening, make sure you go ahead and download this podcast and share it. Don't be selfish, share with everybody. But if you also want to be aware of what's going on in the studio, you can go to our YouTube channel, Seriously Social with Celine, on the YouTubers, and see what's going down in the studio. Yes, ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Yes, come see what's going on in the studio on YouTube. And for those watching via YouTube, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like this video, comment, and share this content only if you want to, because this is not a cult and that's on the tomb is empty. Okay, but I do just want to say thank you so much to each and every socialite that is dedicated to this podcast. Y'all, we are at episode 3, and this is 3 out of 100. We have the I'm waiting for the 100 episode. You know, we have different like milestones to reach before we get to 100, but I'm super excited to get there, and I'm super happy that you guys are here on the journey with me. Y'all, let us talk about it. Today is Tuesday, and on the docket we have Turn Up Tuesday, talk about it, and last week's lessons. So y'all, let's not waste any more time, shall we? Let's not waste any more time, shall we? Ain't no more time to waste. No, wait. Let us get into this week's Turn Up Tuesday. Yes, I said it, this week's Turn Up Tuesday. For this week's Turn Up Tuesday, the song I want to share with y'all is called Joyful by the Dante Bowie. Y'all, this song is phenomenal, and I am not exaggerating. I promise you I'm not exaggerating. This song got a little like, yeah. This is a song you play at the cookout, like, or you wake up in the morning, you just like, it's a declaration. I'm going to be joyful. I am going to be joyful. I'm gonna have a joyful day. I don't care what none of y'all say. I'm gonna have a joyful day. Today, okay? Yes. So what I also like about this song, it's like the lyrics are just phenomenal. When I tell you this man of God got bars, I mean that, like, in the literal sense. He has bars, and I know a lot of us are used to him in Maverick Worship City. Yes, thank God type vibe. It's good, but I like how he separates himself in a way as an artist, to where it's like you're not surprised with whatever music he comes up with, because it's like, just create music. It's phenomenal. Y'all need to go check out Joyful by Dante Bowie. I'm going to leave a link in the description so y'all could go listen to it. Trust me, it's a bop. I would not lead you wrong. I won't steer you wrong. But as we're talking about being joyful, this content here, this Tuesday, talk about it, y'all. We gonna see what's going on. We gonna see what is going on for this week's Talk About It Tuesday, because y'all, it is going down. Okay. So, we will be talking about the one and only Melodies from Heaven. Make you want to stomp. Giving you that love theory every single day. Dear future me. Dear, what's another one? A lovely day. Make you want to smile. Even when you're hurting, baby, I'ma smile. Yes, I'm talking about Silver and Gold. Yes, Silver and Gold. Yo, Silver and Gold, that's a throwback. What's every Christmas we sing? Jesus is the reason for the season. If you don't know who I'm talking about by now, let me tell you, baby. We talking about the one, the only, Kirk Franklin. Yes, I told y'all. Here at Seriously Social with Celine, we gonna talk about it. Because ain't nobody supposed to be talking about it but who? But us, children of God. Okay. So, Kirk Franklin. Man of God had a soundbite released. A soundbite release. And it wasn't the type of music we're accustomed. You're so silly. It's not even. Is that the type of audio we're accustomed to hearing from yours truly, Kirk Franklin, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your neighbor, Kirk Franklin. It wasn't the audio we're used to hearing from him. So basically, just to give you a little backstory, him and his son, Kirk Franklin has an older son prior to his marriage out of wedlock. Yeah, because we all know Kirk Franklin never kept it a secret from us. He let us know he was in them streets before, after, and with God. He lived his best life. Yes, he did. And he had a son out of it, but he never kept it a secret. He always let us know. He always kept us in the loop. That's one thing I definitely love about like Kirk Franklin and Donnie McClurkin. They were never really given the credit, but they were really championed. They should be championed for being very honest about their life and what went down, what happened. And they were very candid in letting us know as listeners that, yo, I am not perfect, far from it. Okay. But yeah, so he had a son prior to his marriage, and him and his older son have a pretty estranged relationship. They, you know, as parents do, you argue. And coming from a blended family myself, it is really difficult at times to, you know, merge. It is hard. It takes the love of God, and in that a lot of healing definitely needs to take place when it comes to attempting to blend a family. So I definitely understand in that essence of like why there might be some tension there between father and son, you know. But his son had, I guess his son forgot who his father was. Like some of us, we forget who our heavenly father is, but that's another day. That's another topic for another day. But I guess he forgot who his daddy was, because he rolled up on Kirk on the right day, on the right Sunday morning glory, 95.7 WB. Okay, he rolled up on Kirk on the right day and disrespected his father. And this is just me taking both sides of the story, merging it together, giving you a full story. Allegedly, everything is alleged here because I don't know, you know. But so allegedly, him and his son had a disagreement. His son disrespected him, and he went off. And baby, when I tell you, he used the entire book of Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Revelations, and Songs of Solomon, all up in there. And if you don't know what I'm saying, he was cussing. He cursed his son out. And at first, like hearing everything, everybody was like, "Oh my goodness, can Franklin curse his son out?" And they're like, "Kirk, what do you have to say for yourself?" And he was like,
"Have you ever had a dream that you had you
he was, you know, like then I was like, he came up with an apology and everything. But honestly, it was just like, why are we tripping? Oh, because Kirk Franklin cussed at his, mind you, his son is grown. I'm not saying it's right for him to cuss at his son. I'm not saying it's right for him to for them to disrespect each other. No, but I'm just putting that out there that this is a grown man, and he did disrespect his father. Not, as I said before, it ain't right, but you know, just giving a little context to the content. Okay, so they're both adults disrespecting each other, which isn't right. But Kirk came out with an apology. Ooh, backtrack, sis. You didn't even tell him. Young man of God recorded his dad without his knowledge and leaked the video. So that's even makes it a little bit even more messy, because it's like, that's childish. Like, you know how many times, you know how many leaked videos I could have had? We all could have had. We was all being honest. There's a couple of leaked videos we could have had with our, with our parents, if we being real. But it's just like, no, that's, I don't know about y'all, but I was raised, you know, whatever happened to this house, it's I know you filled it in. I know you filled it in. And if you didn't know how to fill it in, let me just help you. Whatever happens in this house stays in this house. It's a little toxic, but that's another topic for another day. But he leaked that video of his dad. His dad came out with an apology saying, you know, he, in essence, the apology was like, look here, cousins, it's your uncle, Kirk Franklin, and I am sorry that you had to hear me cussing, but I ain't sorry for the way I was chastising my son. I'm not sorry for the way I chose to manhandle verbally my son verbally. And that's what it was. And I was just like, man, y'all, why are we acting like this? Why are we being weird Christians? Because it was so weird. On like one end of the spectrum, it was like, Kirk Franklin, you're a man of God. How dare you? How dare you? We need to cancel Kirk. And everybody was like, child. So, anyways, anybody cancel Kirk. And then the other spectrum was like, man, we all do it. We've all heard it. We've all seen it done before. And it's just normal, right? It's normal. He's a sinner like the rest of us. He's saved by grace like the rest of us. And that's kind of the two extremes that were there in this entire event. Now for me personally, I really, 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 really want to say that I understand both sides. I have been cussed out, and I have been the cusser outer, the cussy, and I've also been the cussette. I've been the profane, and I've experienced the profanity. I don't know, y'all get what I'm saying. I've been on both ends of the spectrum, not in a sense of disrespecting my parents. No, I ain't crazy, because y'all would have seen an obituary for me. I wouldn't be able to leak anything, okay? I wouldn't be able to leak no sound bites or any. I'd be dead, okay? Because they was cussing back and forth at each other. That, yeah, like if we could all be honest and have a tape leaked of us saying, doing, or thinking, even some of the thoughts we think, because even if you look at a woman or a man with lust, you are an adulterer. God said if you think or if you hate your brother, you got a little hatred in your heart, you're a murderer. So our hearts, our minds, what we have done, what we think about doing, if we all put that on display, we are in the exact same boat as Kirk. Rowing. Okay? So it's like this whole ideology of putting celebrities, gospel celebrities, on this pedestal and expecting them to live up to that is absurd. It is absurd. And while we were up there on this pedestal, let's talk about it, shall we? Shall we? This whole ideology of this hierarchy of sin. I said it. I absolutely said it. This hierarchy of sin that we as people have created, it is just disgusting. It is barf. It is honestly barf to me. And you may be like, Celine, what are you? Okay. What are you talking about? I'm talking about how we put a price on sin. We do. This sin isn't as bad as this sin. And this sin isn't, it's bad, but you know, prime example, it's just a white lie. It's just a white lie. It's not that bad. It's just a white lie. There's good lies and there's bad lies. Nah, baby, a lie is a lie. A lie is a lie. There's good stealing versus bad stealing. Is it though? Is there? No, there's not. But we put a hierarchy. If I go to, like, be real, I've talked to people before and I'm like, so a liar and a thief aren't the same? No. A liar and a murderer aren't the same? No, because you can lie and it can help somebody versus murdering somebody that doesn't help any. Well, Buddy, that's not true. God views it as the same. And it, if you want to be like Celine, I don't think so. That's cool. Just show me the Bible. Y'all are listen. As long as it's in the Bible, I will apply it to my life and I will abide by it because that is the absolute word of God. It is not objective. It is very much so subjective. And it's the word of God. So if you're like, no, Celine, there's a hierarchy, please let me know. But based on the Bible that I was reading, honey, it did not say there is any hierarchy. It says sin, and at the end of the day, you will receive the ultimate price, which you deserve, which we deserve, girl, you included, which we deserve is hell. If we indulge in the sin. So with Kirk cussing, he's still saved by grace. He all right. That's actually something that qualifies him to be saved by Jesus's blood. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm gonna take it even a step further, and I'm looking directly at you, fam, and I am literally taking my pencil and I'm poking you in your right ear. Yes, you hear me loud and clear. I'm talking to you. Yeah. What about homosexuality? Ooh, that was tough. Was it? What was it? Was it? Bruh. Yeah, it might have been tough. Homosexuality. Let's talk about rape. Let's talk about molestation. Huh? I mentioned lying and stealing already. Huh? What about jealousy, coveting? What about those things? A lot of time in the church, like it's like this unsaid thing where certain things are gleamed over and glossed over and treated and taken with a grain of salt, but certain sins are like glorified and literally magnified to the point of the individual not being able to receive redemption because we had a one way no. For those who are not Jamaican, because we're the ones that give redemption or salvation. No, we are not. Jesus Christ is, but we're the ones, we're telling people what they can and can't receive and can and can't get. Y'all, when I tell you, the heart of God is grieved when it comes to the treatment of some of his sons and daughters. It is crazy. It is so crazy because we put a hierarchy on sin. Because we put a hierarchy on sin. And it really has to stop. It has to stop. Because with this hierarchy, all it is doing is driving a wedge between the people of God and the people we're supposed to help and Jesus Christ, who because I wouldn't even say it's dropping a web between them and Jesus Christ, because it's twofold. Because one point, people will associate the people of God with Jesus and have a distasteful experience with the people of God, and then completely leave and be like, I'm done with this Jesus thing. I'm done with him completely. I'm just gonna dash him away completely. Or you'll have the individuals like, man, that's just the people, but Jesus, I still rock with you because I know and I acknowledge that there is a higher power. Not too quite sure about it, but I know and I acknowledge that there is a higher power. But these people that you got here, I don't really think they're rocking with you. So I don't know. End result, I'm just gonna stay to myself, which is what the enemy wants. That is so what the enemy wants. He wants us to be separated, because even back to the entire terminology of the church being the hospital or whatever, the people of God, helping those in need and stuff. If people that we deemed are so sick, can't even come to the facility or to the people that need help, what are we doing? And people of God, I tell you, the heart of God is grieved in this matter. The heart of God is grieved in this matter when it comes to the treatment of his children. And I was really thinking about it, and I'm like, man, where did this hierarchy stem from? It really doesn't make sense. Like, where does it originate? And it's just because we're human. And the enemy, he's slick, he's sly, he know. It's just easier for our brains to comprehend the gospel of Jesus Christ when we can put a price tag or some sort of chronological order to it. We can put it into space and time, because it genuinely doesn't make sense that it reminds me of the story of that guy who was working in the field, in the field of the let's say it's a vineyard. The vineyard owner was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna pay you $10. You gonna work the vineyard, and I'm gonna just pay you $10. That's it." He start working from 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a 10 to 6 work day. He start working from 10 o'clock in the morning. He gonna get paid $10 at the end of the day. This dude comes at 11 o'clock, and he like, "Hey, bro, you wanna work? Come work in my vineyard. I'm gonna pay you $10 a day." The 10 o'clock guy is just like, "Man, that's kind of annoying. I've been here for an hour, but man, it's only an hour. We both gonna get 10 at the end of the day. It is what it is. It's $10 to work in this vineyard." This one dude comes at 5:30 and is like, "Man, I want to work in your vineyard." The vineyard owner's like, "Hey, man, come work. You still gonna get $10 because it's $10 a day to work in the vineyard. When you work in the vineyard, you gonna receive that $10. Period." And the dude who's there from 10 o'clock is like, "Bruh, no. Ain't no way. How he finna get paid the exact same amount I'm getting paid? And I've been here since 10 o'clock in the morning laboring." And the vineyard owner is like, "Bruh, I told you the price. It's $10 to work in the vineyard. I don't care how long you've been here. If you work in this vineyard, you're going to get paid $10. Period. He is working in this vineyard. He's going to get paid $10. Period." And it blows some people's mind that I did a little sin and you did a big sin, and we getting the same price. We getting the same reward. That's crazy. Because of flesh, we want to put a price tag. We want to put this hierarchy on the grace, the love, and the grace and the love and salvation of Jesus Christ. It's like, no, man. No, man, that's not how that goes. That's far from how it works. So me and myself, one thing that I had to do was like, "Yo, God, like, truly search me. Like, please remove this out of me." And I know we're human and it's gonna happen, but God, give me a heart like yours to see people the way you see them. Give me your eyes so I can see people the way you see them, not in their sin or state to be like, "Oh, well, at least I ain't do that. At least I ain't do that. So at least I'm worthy of this." Ain't none of us worthy. None of us. It's none of us. Not one person. You could have been in church your entire life. I'm pretty sure you sinned. You probably took a candy out of your mom's purse on Sunday morning and you didn't ask her. That's called stealing. You stole. That little man, them little lifesavers, either the white lifesaver, or it was that strawberry, the candy that was wrapped up in the strawberry wrapper, and nobody knows where they come from, but they were there at the bottom of the purse. You took one out and you ate it. That's stealing. Yup. You are on the same level as a murderer. Yup. You both sinned. You're sinners. We all are. But that's what literally qualifies us for grace. That's what literally qualifies for us for grace. So, like, I just encourage you today to please just reflect and be like, "Yo, God, have I been moving in this way?" And majority of the time, we all have been. And that is absolutely okay. It's okay, because the thing is, once you realize that you have been moving in that, dang, that's true. Now, God, I give it to you. Let's start a new page. Help me to really be a disciple on this earth for you, because there's so many people out there hurting. There's so many people who are dying, who don't hear the true gospel of Jesus Christ, who are hearing a works-based gospel, who are not hearing the love or even experiencing the love of Jesus. I am sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of people saying, "Oh, we got to show them the love of Jesus Christ." How? How are you doing that? What are you doing? You don't even want to shake nobody's hand, and I'm talking pre-COVID. Hello. You don't want to give nobody a hug, and I'm talking pre-COVID. You don't even want to give nobody an extra mask, and I'm talking in COVID. and you got 150 of them, and you only got one mouth. That's crazy. And you stay home because you're quarantined, but somebody else needs a mask and you don't want to share with them. Come on. It's enough to, it's time for us to start taking action. It's not enough just to say, oh yeah, I love this individual, I love that. Display it just like our Heavenly Father displayed his love to us. Just exactly how Jesus, when he walked the earth, how he displayed love to each and every individual. Not one person was too unclean for him. Literally, this man named Legion had a legion, like his name was Legion because that's how many demons he had in him. And he still was able to encounter and experience the love of Jesus Christ. So nobody is too far. Don't look at people's appearance. Don't look at their appearance. Don't try to put them on your hierarchy of sin, because that needs to be torn down anyway. Because Jesus don't go off that. He does not go off that. His thing is like this, and he's like, you sin, you meet the requirement. You meet the criteria. So today I just encourage you to like truly search yourself, search your heart, and like allow Jesus to change that. And it is a daily thing. It is a daily thing. It's a daily thing. God, help me to look through your lens of love. Help me to see people not for where they are, but for where you want them to be, where you're calling them to be. And this is another thing. Do not try to force people into who you want them to be, how you want them to look. That's a weird Christian. Nah, we're not doing that. Don't do that. Let Jesus do that. Don't convict nobody because you don't tell nobody these. No. Leave God to the convicting. Leave God to the convicting. And we already cast down and bind up and throw away all condemning, because that's gross. Jesus does not condemn. He convicts. And that's on period. But in anyways, yeah, allow him. I just ask him, Lord, help me to look through the lens of love today. Help me to truly display your love today. And help me to destroy and dismantle this hierarchy of sin. Because each and every one of us have a day where we slip up and we mess up. And we all just want to, you know, whatever your downfall is. I'm not saying or encouraging you to continue to abound in sin. No, because grace abounds. No, God forbid, as my brother Paul said. But let's stop being weird Christians. Let's truly allow the love of God to permeate our hearts and in our minds today, and express that, and with each and every individual. Each and every individual, man. Each and every individual. I'm truly, truly, truly excited that you guys stayed this long. If you were here this long, I appreciate you. I really do. The fact that you're here, it's truly amazing to me. The fact that you're still listening is beautiful and amazing. And I pray that you have a really, really great day. Thank you for joining me today on Seriously Social with Celine. Don't forget that you can keep in contact with us via Instagram on Celine_Mackenzie IG, and also you can go to our YouTube channel, Seriously Social with Celine, and subscribe, like, share, comment, only if you want to, because this is not a cult, and that's on the tomb is empty, okay? And if you would like to partner with us, sponsor us, if you have any questions, you just want to send an email this way, go ahead and send it to our email at SWCELYNE@gmail.com. Yeah. So thank you so very much. Be blessed. Don't stress, socialites, and don't forget, I love you, but your Heavenly Father loves you so much more. Have a happy Tuesday. Turn up, why don't you? Don't forget to go check out Joyful by Dante Bowie. Don't forget, because it's a bop. It's a whole bop.